Hello guys, back at the University of Hull. I'm so excited. I was invited to speak to the new advertising and marketing students. So just to tell them about the success of House of TUI so far in terms of, business-wise and using the elements I've learned from advertising and marketing back in my master's degree here. And yeah, I'm excited, a bit nervous, but yeah, I'm excited. But
Hello guys, good morning. I'm shitting myself right now because I feel like last year when we sat down here looking at our lectures, we just want to, be done with the lecture and just go. But I don't know, this is how it is here. But well, I'm happy to be here, especially the fact that I was once saying that here like last year, Masters Advertising and Marketing with distinction, thank God. But it's nice to, take the elements you learn here, impute it for those that want to, maybe you're an entrepreneur or you want to be in an advertising firm. These things that you learn here, they're no joke firsthand, because I used every practical element I learned here to build what is going to be a very successful fashion brand right now. So my name is Highs of HOUSEOFTUyi, and I'm a fashion designer. Even before I came to the University of Hull, but I was looking for elements in which to develop in a new space, such as in the UK. Obviously, back in my country, I did a lot of designing, with brands, celebrity stylists and stuff like that. So it was more like a new territory for me. But before I go into that, I just want to discuss about a few things, such as a background at school, just like when I came in, just as yourselves. Obviously, setting a plan is what you hear mostly, but it's actually true. First of all, I knew what I wanted to do even before coming to the University of Hull, because I knew, 9 to 5 is good. People want to work in agencies. I don't dispute that, but I've always seen myself as an entrepreneur. So, and it was something I needed this element to take me to a different dimension, which was really great. And as a master's student, what I did was I looked at all the elements. They'll advise you, speak to your lecturers more. Here is actually true. It's not a one-man game. Anything you don't understand, you've paid for it. You can see Dr. Bianca. She's very great. She helped me so much, even when it was very trying, and I feel like those are the elements: student union, student hub. Those are where to get your backgrounds from. Make sure you come to classes and things like that. But moving forward to what I actually did, my dissertation focused on the role of culture-specific marketing communication on continuous purchase interaction as related to cultural clothing. So what I wanted to do is I was advised that if I want to do full-time in what I want to do, which is branding, my clothing brand, I should use my dissertation as a test, which was very good, because what I did was I knew I was in a foreign market. I was looking for how to, capitalize on that. So what I did was I sent out my dissertation to a lot of people to tell me what they would like to see in a new country. For instance, I know that they're not just British people here. We have Nigerians, we have different cultures. So now, what are the elements that my culture I would like to see in another person's in a new country? So I took that those things down. Got the elements. Some people said they would like to see these designs of their cultural background in maybe T-shirts, in polos and stuff like that. And I got that element, and I used that dissertation to create a market research. And when I did that very proactively, I had one of the sold-out pop-up shows in Hull for the first time in July, and that was the way I was able to launch my clothing brand. So basically what I'm saying in essence is every bit of information you need here, whether you're doing entrepreneurship or you're schooling or you're going to marketing agencies, this is where you have to get, because this is the engine room of what even the university used to bring you. To bring you, they advertised. To bring you, they told you that they have a marketing course. They told other people that they have this course here. Everything, the engine room was advertising. So I feel whatever you want to do, you are in the engine room to learn the skills to take that to a different level. So whether it's being a 9 to 5 or an entrepreneur in a different brand or a different business, aside, it doesn't have to be fashion, but you are in the engine room of what you need to do, whatever you want to do. And I feel this is the best starting point to do that. So how did I come about testing these things? It was graduation. So next year you'll be graduating successfully. I pray everyone has a distinction. But what I did was, at that time where we're about to graduate, I looked at market opportunity. How was I going to announce my brand? So people were discussing about suits. Where can I get my suits from? Where can I do this from? I did market research, went to skates, different people at the city center, they sell suits, checked the prices, 200, 250. What was I going to do? My production is from Nigeria. I have about 12 to 15 tailors that cater to different elements so some make shirts, some make suits. So I was like, how am I going to do it, being the cost and everything? And I've not really registered my business. But it was a challenge for me, because I was like, if I do this, I might run into a loss. But at the same time, what's the silver lining? If I get people to buy my clothing just because of this market element, I've seen the shortage, why people are asking, and that's why you have to be at high alert. You have to sense blood. I saw that it was an area to exploit. And then I set up different marketing campaigns. I set up stuff on my Instagram for people to see that, you can actually get a suit for this price. And people were like, oh, really? I go to skaters, they're selling 150. Why are you doing 80 pounds, 70 pounds? The driver that brought me here today said something was wrong with me for doing that at 70, because they know how much suits cost. But it was market research I did, and fortunately I got over 50 people to make suits in the space of November to January 3rd. And these are the opportunities you get from knowing your marketing background, when to tweak your advertising campaign, what to respond to, what your audience is saying. Sometimes I've seen advertising, because I've worked for some advertising firm, you see when they try to do like an advertising campaign and they want to retract, they don't listen, they don't see what the audience is saying, they don't take that feedback and use it to tweak the campaign. So those are the little elements that makes for a successful campaign in my aspect. I'm just giving you the practical and business aspect of it. So, and that was the first launch, and obviously it was at a very cheap price, and that brings us back to a competitor analysis where I know the big players here, I know what they are selling, I know what they do, but I've decided that in order to draw attention, I have to be a bit less. I have to be a bit cheap to get what I want. And when people test the product and they say, oh, okay, this is actually nice, and they are able to say, okay, we'll definitely come back. Obviously, as a businessman, when you're coming back, you're not going to get the same price you got the first time, because now you've tasted the product. You know that I'm competing with these people. You know that we have similar things, if not me better, because like I said, I've done market research. I've touched the quality. I know what they're offering. So, and from there, I start to build up, and people come, okay, you're doing this, you're doing that. Your clothes is actually better than skaters. You're this well read, but also reading the market and see what to improve on it as well. So these are the little elements I learned in marketing that has helped me with my brand. And obviously aspirations, where I tend to take the brand. Well, after that graduation process, we did the pop-up. After we did the pop-up, it was this element that I learned that helped build that pop-up. But I think what people don't get in some sense is that you can't marketing is practical. Is you have to live in it. You have to be self-promoted. Like me, for over 3 years, I don't think I've worn any brand. I always wear what I make, and this is not because I'm full of myself. It's because I need to be a representation of what I want people to see. And we go back to marketing in March when I was trying to develop the elements of what I needed for that pop-up. I had to, first start. People say you need early advertising. Yeah, you actually need early advertising. Some people want to do an event next month, maybe let's say next month, October 25. You are starting your marketing the beginning of October. I don't believe in that. In July, I had my pop-up July 27. I'd already started the process of marketing by March. So in May, what I did was I had flood waves of marketing. People were seeing it, and then I give it a rest. Then ending of May, there's another flood wave. And this also has to do with community. Marketing is not also all about promoting stuff on Instagram. No, it's community. Like I was telling Dr. Bianca, it sounds a bit dodgy, but your friends, the people that own the best communities, the people that own the friend groups, the people that own this, if you have things that you want to do, these are the people that you need to interact with, you need to be friends with. I'm not saying make friends with benefit or use them as a type of subject. It's a win-win. You're giving something back in terms of friendship, and you're taking something back as well. But what I did was I wasn't the most popular person, but I had friends in communities. So once I started my marketing, it was easy. I'll tell this person, oh, can you help me post this? All I want is they to post it on the story, but what I'm hearing is they've put me in different group chats. So I walk up in City Center in June, and someone will say, oh, I saw your ad somewhere. I saw your this and that. And those are background marketing. The online one helps you to flourish the background you've already done. So, and that was what helped me massively, because as at June, I'd already gotten 80 signups on Eventbrite. And this is a free event. Most people don't sign up on free events. If it's paid, that's when they sign up. But I already got like guaranteed signups on Eventbrite, and it was free. So that was different from the people that are just going to ordinarily come without even signing up. So it was just waves of marketing that has to do with stop, start, and it's something that really helped me. And I only just did the online marketing beginning of July. That's when I did. So all what I was doing from March up until the ending of June was just the base marketing, covering what people, the word of mouth, or what you can call it. But these are just the elements that I took for what I learned here at the University of Hull. And also my advice, to be honest, to you students is that don't be lackadaisical. There are a lot of parties and stuff like that. It's very fine. I did parties a lot. But what I'm saying in essence is that if you want to, everything you hear here, like what Dr. Bianca is saying, or come to my office, I did that a lot, because you're paying for this thing. They have actually the best advice. Everything you need is with them. You don't need to, or you are caught in a maybe a course or something that you can't do. They will actually help you a lot. The student union is always there. Anything you need, just make sure that you're always asking. Send emails. I can't remember how many emails I sent to her, but they're always helpful. And I know some of us we're working, we're also coming to school. It's very hard. I did that too, but because of that, they were my support system. And also, if you have something you're doing and that you want to expand on it, you can tell them, because I'm very sure Dr. Bianca knew that I wanted to do clothing even from the 2 months I was in, because I was already telling her, I was saying, this is what I wanted to get, this is what I want to use this master's to get. So, and helping me was easier because she knew the vision of where I'm going. Now, I'm going to be one of the first black people to have their clothes be put in Wilberforce as a result of the success of the of the pop-up. In the next 2 months, I'm going to be doing a runway for Ference Avenue. All this is as a result of basic marketing that I learned here. So my advice is just to take advantage of everything, all the videos, everything I watched, I listened to everything, I learned everything, just because I knew and I had a focus of what I wanted to do. And so it's something I just want to indulge you guys to also do and also go out. And also the page, the university's page for, I think they send a weekly newsletter where you get jobs and stuff like that. That page, I had a tab open for that only. Every time, every week I go there, and I was able to get 2 internships from here in advertising and marketing. That further broadened my perspective of what I wanted to do. Because I worked for HOUSEOFTUYI, I also worked for the Our Evolution, the Bike Hub, and I also worked for HYA. It was a different student thingy outside where, you know, I did advertising for students just to get courses in and then ultimately getting a full-time there. But obviously, I knew that full-time wasn't something I was going to do. So I went off that and focused on my clothing brand more specifically. So getting to those, internship, and as little as it sounds, that internship, when I put it on my CV, it helped me get more interviews, and it's something that you need to focus on, because here, as you're sitting down trying to apply, 700 people are already applying for that same position. So it's what differentiates you, what you're going to use to be different from others, and that is. And the hard work actually starts now. It's not when you want to finish. So I just want to indulge you in that internship part, because I told I was going to speak a lot about it, because people, even my set, they didn't really, they didn't think it was. They were looking for the big ones. It's good to look for the big ones, but in order for me to look for the big ones, I needed to have a background. That's why I said everything I did before coming was actually planned. In my country, I had a 1-year CV of when I was working for a firm here, but it was fully remote. So I was building that portfolio up until I was able to get 2 more into that CV. So it's something that you should take very seriously in terms of your internship. Like I also said, most of you might not be entrepreneurs, but if you want to get to the 9 to 5, I was doing both so that if this one flopped, I had a backup. If the business doesn't do well, I know that I have a CV that's going to help me get jobs. So I think that's what should be a focus in case you're not doing entrepreneurship, which is good. Not everybody can do it. It's a whole lot of risk. But I mean, if you want to do 9 to 5, you have to start building that portfolio now, internship and stuff, and that's actually going to get you jobs. So also the passion, where we're getting to now, we've moved, like I said, we'll be in Wilberforce now. Next week, actually, I'm going to be exhibiting at the Wilberforce. I did a case study in which it was linked to Fela. Sorry, I'm not using this. I don't know, but yeah, I did. I'm going to be doing something that was linked to Black culture. We're going to be celebrating Black culture. So they asked me to do an outfit that shows the representation of a powerhouse in music that people are still copying. And if most people know, Fela here is one of the powerhouses of African music. And I was able to differentiate the kind of clothes he wore with what people are wearing now in terms of also trying to, copy that trademark. And I did a case study with him and Burna Boy, and it's going to be in Wilberforce. If you want to check it out anytime, that's free. You see everything, the whole history there. And also, the brand is going to be doing a runway for Ference concerning also Black history, where helping, there was a guy called Desmond Houghton. He always draws, but he was underappreciated in the UK for his designs. People didn't take it up, so they're doing like a referendum where just to appreciate him. So what they've asked is, do a runway where we put his art into life. So I'm doing his art, things he's drawn, the outfit there, using it to do a runway. So it is actually exciting, and that's where the brand is going to now. Full focus on business activity. We're fully registered now, And also, we're going to be imputing the success of the pop-up, the things we did here, most of the sold out. I mean, this were the market research I did. If you can see, that shirt is African fusion. It was different. I also had market research of, Chinese, Bangladesh, different cultures. I implemented that, that element of what people saw in their country that is persuading. I put it in a clothes, use it to make a design, just to make it inclusive, because the sole purpose of my brand in the nearest future is to be very inclusive. I want to cover a wide range of different cultures, that when people come to the website, they're able to see something to attribute to and buy. So that's where we're getting to, and we're currently now infusing clothes into boutiques in Hall, and then moving to Beverly and things like that. But yeah, those are slow progress that we're making. And yeah, and I also want to lastly, internship as well. Right now, like I said, we're fully registered, and I want to take it upon myself, because of the help I also got. Anyone that's interested in internship, if you're good in social media, we want to just put it out there. We'll do an internship. And this is why it's important, because now that we're a fully licensed business, there's nowhere your internship experience is going to come from is going to mark as a record that you have an internship somewhere. You can get the person to bluster your CV to make it look very good, so companies can actually see that you actually did this. So I told her I was going to be taking at least one person. One person, not at least, but not that big. But I'm just going to take one person for social media, if they're willing to, just come. So that if you can do a campaign, or if you can do anything in social media, I mean, I could help you as well. Yeah, definitely. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put out the email. So all you need to do is just the subject, interest in internship. Hi, my name is Tui. I'm interested in internship. Very short. I'm going to send you an email, a reply to that email to see, just to ask a few questions. In case I get more than 5, I'm going to be doing a bit of screening to see who's best. And also videographers, if you're good in videography, what we're doing is we're itemizing everything we do now, and that's the stage of marketing that your business also has to get to. When you are going for all these gigs, you need to start cutting to show your brand presence. So the marketing didn't stop at the pop-up. It has to continue. This is everything is going to YouTube. Oh, I was doing this. I was invited to the university to speak. All this shows your brand integrity. So it doesn't stop. It has to be more concise now. Now we have a videographer. We go everywhere. We do shows together. We do pop-ups together. It's not because I want to be seen as a celebrity. No, it's because it's an intimate and integral part of marketing that has to show that your brand has a bit of integrity. The University Business School posted my pop-up success. That's an integrity. We've put it on our highlight. It's not because we're showing off. It's because when people stumble upon the page, they're going to see things that integrate. Oh, this person is actually doing this, is doing that. Now, if you put in a business grant and they're able to see these things, they'll be like, okay, they have shown enough integrity to be worth this grant. So it's still building the business profile, everything. So if you're interested in videography as well, I'll drop the email, houseoftui@gmail.com. Just put interest in videography, interest in internship, and just send, and I'll be able to respond to that. Lastly, I want to be able to give something worth of your graduation transcripts. Oh, so that's how you do it. I want to be able to give something back in terms of, I know it's a long way, but also House of TUI subject graduation suit. If you're able to do that, I'll send you what to do. I'm going to give you a half percentage slash. So we're currently charging at 200, so you can get your outfit. Even though you're not graduating yet, we can post-date it for you so that you don't have any problems in the future when you want to get your suits. So what I wear, this is what I'm wearing, is from my clothing brand as well. So if you want something like that, I know some of you are very stylish. If you want that, send it over. We can make anything. So what you just need to do, House of HOUSEOFTUYI this, and I'm going to send you a link. Is actually a link of what you might have to buy, but it slows your percentage rate of what you're going to be charged. For instance, I'm going to charge you £200 for a suit, but if you buy a shirt worth of £23, I'll give you that suit for £80. There's nobody that's going to give you in Hall for that price. There's nobody in UK that's going to give you for that price. But what am I trying to do? Is part of the marketing. I'm trying to show you that there's some elements that you can use to attract people. So it's just different things. So I'm just going to show you some of the things we did in the pop-up. Actually, it was a summer themed. So we had this. I'm just bringing out the few things that were like sold out, people loved. We had a silk one. This was because obviously the weather was good. People wore silk. So that was imputed in the market research as well. This is the cultural element I was talking about. So this has to do with a Tanzania element. So it's something that was in the market research. And people bought this a lot, surprisingly. And also we had this, different designs. Actually, these were just one of 120 outfits I made. And this is the most sold out with 89 sales. And this is funny how the littlest of research you do is what brings out. I mean, I focused so much on this, but it got me the sales, but it didn't get me as much as this. This was a January research I did of a new trend where people don't like designs in front. They prefer them at the back. I was like, well, let me just put 5 in the runway. In the pop-up. And I didn't even bring it out. Like I just put it on that thing, that slide. I don't know if we can have it yet. That thing, and that's what people were just going to. I was like, "What's going on? I made all these ones, or am I wasting my time?" And and they kept grabbing it. It got bad that I had a list of people with their emails that I had to deliver to their houses. So that's why. Research is always good. People think you can have the best production, but if you don't do the research, you're going to be shooting blanks. And this is one of like the testament. I'm still producing this for people. What did I do all I needed to do was I got a very quality material and I put this at the back and I just tested, and this is like the most sold out thing there. So, market research is important. Lastly, if you want the internship is House of HOUSEOFTUYI, that's House, OFTUYI @gmail.com. Then the subject is interest in internship, your name, and just send. I'll reply to it. For videography, if you're interested in that, you can, bend those angles. You can do that very well. HOUSEOFTUYI @gmail.com. Subject, interest in videography, name, and send. And lastly, if you're interested in the suit, HOUSEOFTUYI, interest in graduation, suit, and your name and send. And so that's it. And before I close, I really, really love Dr. Bianca. She's the best person that you can ever have. Even till now, I'm away from school. I'm still sending her emails just to tell her, I'm doing this, what can be done. She gives me advice. So that's how much lecturers are here. If you build a relationship, they can help you go far. I just want to give this to Dr. Bianca. Please, can you give a round of applause for her? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, with that, thank you so much, guys, for giving me your time, and I wish you a successful campaign. I'm not done. Okay.